I know. You're excited. You can get a second stimulus check. Okay, if you're a business owner, you can apply for a second PPP loan. They're just announcing all this crazy stuff. And if you took a PPP loan in the beginning of 2020, now the expenses tied to that loan, you can remove them from your tax bill and reduce your tax bill. Okay, that all sounds great, but I want to ask you a challenging question right now. Is this second wave of stimulus checks, okay? Is this second wave of PPP loans just incentivizing victimhood? I know this isn't a popular topic. I only say it because the word victim makes me sick. And I looked it up today. What is the definition of the word victim? It's a person harmed, injured, or killed as a result of a crime, accident, or other event or action. Essentially, if you're a victim, your life is dependent upon external circumstances. Okay. And the reason why I hate the word victim is because you can pivot, right? There is nothing stopping you from pivoting, right? I remember when I lived with my mom, when I was writing this book, Worry 180, I quit my job at this Fortune 50 company, hated my life, said I was going to write a book on how I overcame anxiety, wrote this book. I was living in my mom's spare bedroom, right? We had an exchange student in my room because we couldn't afford the rent. We needed someone to help us with the rent. And here I am in this pink bedroom writing this book called Worry 180. Okay. Now, I remember I had to ask my mom for money. I wasn't paying rent to live there. And I felt like a victim. Eventually, my mom went, yo, listen, Bill, like, you got to leave. Like, I can't keep supporting you here. You got to go figure this stuff out. Right. And that was one of the best things that ever happened to me because it removed the backup plan. And my question to you is this second round of stimulus checks, is this second round of PPP loans almost like incentivizing people for not pivoting? Now, I know that there's certain circumstances where this may not apply, right? You know, restaurants and certain types of businesses like gyms and hospitality. I get it. Okay, this is unprecedented what we're going through right now. You know, lockdowns, the spread of the virus. I get it. Okay, I get it. However, is there a limit to how you can pivot in business? And I'm going to give you a quick example. Okay. When COVID-19 hit, I did 3 things that changed my business forever. We lost, by the way, like 20% of our business. Like 20% of our clients ended up pausing. We manage marketing campaigns. By the way, subscribe to this YouTube channel if you want real-time updates on some of these huge PPP changes, stimulus check changes, but more importantly, how to build sustaining value in your business. We have over 300 videos now on our YouTube channel educating you on business, leadership, marketing, and the ways that we've been able to triple our company 3 years in a row through a pandemic and expand from 3 to 20 full-time team members in under 20 months. Okay. And all of that's captured in this YouTube channel. But the reason I bring this up is I looked up the definition of the word pivot as well. What's the definition of the word pivot? Well, interesting. It said the central point, pin, or shaft on which a mechanism turns or oscillates. Okay. Another definition is turn on or as if on a pivot. Another definition is the person or people about whom a body of troops wheels. The bottom line is this, okay? To pivot means to have a fixed point and to turn, right? And one of the things that really kind of worked for us as a company, the way we were able to grow throughout the pandemic, was we kept our core competencies and we pivoted. We didn't change who we were as a company. We pivoted. So basically what happened when COVID-19 hit, the day lockdown happened, nationwide lockdown, I decided to launch a web show, okay, which is called the Lawyer Mastermind Webinar Series. It became the largest recurring show in the industry because everyone went online. Literally all I did was pivot. It didn't require any additional time, effort, money. All I did was go, okay, what are we already good at? I kept my central point and I pivoted, right? And I created a web show. I took out all the stuff we knew about marketing, and it was a home run success and still is to this day. Okay. Next thing I did is I realized, oh, wow, people want virtual learning. People want to stay positive. People want to use this time while the world's shut down to learn. Okay. So I decided to take everything that we knew about marketing and put it into a course. Right. And it ended up being one of the biggest course launches in the entire legal industry. And, we made more net profit from that course launch than we did in the prior 2 years of our entire business just by pivoting. Again, it didn't require any money to launch the course. It literally just required filming. Okay. So the reason I say this is it revolutionized our management processes. It revolutionized the way we manage our team and grew our company and started using tools like Basecamp to organize our internal operating systems. It changed the game for us because we pivoted. Okay. So the reason I bring this up is some businesses need to pivot. Some people, if you're dependent on a stimulus check or you're dependent on a second round of PPP, you got to ask yourself, how can I create different business models? That's what entrepreneurship is. It's taking resources from vibrating at a certain level and bringing them up to another level of productivity, right? So it's your job as the entrepreneur and CEO of your life to pivot. Okay. When things get hard, pivot. Don't be a victim. Don't depend on money from the government to reach your full potential. Pivot. Okay. If your clients want more online education, go online. If you already are an expert at something, capture your knowledge on YouTube, capture your knowledge on Kajabi and film an online course, right? If you have more time to write ebooks, help your market. When the marketplace is in fear, that's when thought leaders are born. I'll say that again. When the marketplace is in fear, all it takes is one or two people to go, here's a path for you. That's how you become a thought leader. That's how you become a leader in your industry. Is when everyone else is scared, just like Warren Buffett says. All of his investments are made when the market's scared about something and he's calm and confident and calculated, right? Think about this for yourself. How can you pivot? How can you pivot so that this stimulus check and this second round of PPP is not necessary for you? There is an unlimited amount of options on this earth. You are only limited by your belief systems and your ability to experiment rapidly. And by the way, some of the experiments we did didn't work. We tried launching this thing called virtualize your practice, virtualize your business. It didn't work. Okay, we tried launching this new thing, Google Ads setup campaigns, where we just set up the campaigns and don't manage them at all. That didn't work as well. We needed to get our hands in there after the initial launch for optimization reasons. We had 2 product launch fails. By the way, every tech company goes through this same thing. There's product launch fails. That's part of life. It's part of business. Not every product launch you do has to be perfect and a home run success. It's better than not launching anything new and just exchanging your time for money and not launching anything unique or anything that could differentiate yourself. The market, your market, is dying for someone to hold their hand right now. Think about it. So pivot. Do not be a victim depending on this next round of stimulus checks and this next round of PPP. Become recession proof. And actually, if you do this the right way, every time there's mass hysteria, you'll get a step further. Okay. Look at what I'm doing right now. I'm not yip yapping about PPP and stimulus checks with my buddies over a beer. No. I'm making content about it because I know that this content is going to pick up momentum on YouTube because it's a popular topic right now. Use the news to grow your business. Okay? Don't use the news to gossip with your friends. I'm pivoting right now. I'm going, oh, there's worldwide news on PPP and stimulus. Great. I'll just pivot and talk about that right now. It's pretty simple. Pivoting costs you nothing. You can always pivot. You can always add new business models to what you're currently doing to facilitate marketplace changes, the fear of the market, and ultimately, as a result, become recession proof and become a thought leader to your market, to your followers. And that's ultimately where you need to get to build your business's brand in the way that you deserve to. So again, subscribe to this YouTube channel if you want to take your branding, your marketing, and your organizational systems to the next level to reach your full potential. And I want you to stay great, stay positive, and don't you dare be a victim. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. This is Bill Hauser, CEO of the SMB team. Stay great.